Hello everybody, it's Nate here from Preparation 101, and today I'm in an area. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Somebody's a little excited over there to get out and run around. It's been a bit of a drive. This area I'm in, known as Bones. Stop. This area that I'm in is known as Devil's Garden, and there's some volcanic features that I really want to come see. I've only been in this area once before, so I thought I'd come back after looking at some satellite maps of just some really cool looking features, or what looks to be really cool looking features, and I want to go try and find them. And I thought, who better to share this with than you guys? So I'm going to start getting geared up and head out. It's definitely colder. It's only like 32 degrees. It's been foggy. Most of the drive-in's been very foggy and cold. So there's that going on. It's a little different weather than I was planning on. I knew it wasn't going to be that warm today, but all this moisture, that's something I wasn't expecting. So I'll probably have to stop and have a fire out there somewhere to warm back up. But anyways, I'm just going to get geared up and get going. You can probably see by this terrain behind me why they refer to this area as Devil's Garden. So, I know the area I want to go first is northeast. That's interesting. My needle is not settling. So this was my first landmark. There's a big sinkhole behind me, and I wanted to go northeast from this landmark, but my compass is all over the place. Huh. Well, now it's settled. Well, then I move. It points that way, it points that way, it points towards you every time I move a little bit. So, this area might be messed up for working a compass, so I'm not going to venture out as far as I was planning on to try and find some of these features. I do know that generally this way is north, just because of this first feature I came to. But this country, there's not a big enough line of sight to where I can have a feature off in the distance to keep at a certain angle to myself. It's just up and down over all these little rocky ledges, and there's so much juniper in here. So I'm going to try and get to this first area over here, because I know going this way, if I just go to the right, if I get lost, I'll hit the road and I can follow the road back down to where I parked. Going out that way, well, there's nothing else out that way except for some spots I wanted to find with my compass, which, wow, I think this is the first time I've been in an area where I needed to rely on my compass for my navigation, and it hasn't been able to point north. So I'll bring you guys along for this first section here, and hopefully we can find a couple of cool things. The other stuff I want to go to outside of this area, nothing's too far off the road, so it won't be too bad walking around those areas. And it is still chilly. Hope you guys can tell, that's a little sinkhole right here. There are sinkholes like this everywhere out here, and one of the things I want to try to find is, it looked like there was a massive one. It'd be so easy to get lost out there. I don't know if you guys can really tell. I'll move the camera around. But here's the first big sinkhole that I was looking for. Oh yeah, in this area, man, it's wild. Well, I think I found everything I was looking for out this way. I'm not going to try the other direction because it just would be so easy to get lost, because I'm going to have to go like half, 3/4 of a mile to the other stuff, and without a working compass, at least this area here, this side, I had a few things I could reference if I did get turned around. So now I'm going to try and find my way back. Just walking cross country here, stumbled across something really cool. Didn't even know this thing was here. Go down and show you guys a closer look. Just drops off about 6 feet right here. I can't tell how far back this goes, but if I get down in there, I don't know if I can get back out because it's all overhanging all the way around. That's pretty cool though. Awesome. Made it back to the car. Man, it is just damp. That air is so wet. Like, my shirts are wet, my head wrap got wet, so just letting stuff air out a little bit. Gonna drive to our next spot. And I don't think I showed you guys that one the last time I was in this area, so we'll go check that one out. I think it's pretty cool. And then after that, I got some more new stuff that I haven't seen before, so we'll be seeing it for the first time together. Could be wrong, but I believe this feature is called the blowholes. There's a big cone there, another big cone behind the trees, and we'll take a short, steep walk up there. That is a steep little walk to get up here. This area, this thing is just cool. I'll show you a better view of it. By the way, there's these big old power lines that run right on the edge of this whole area. I hope they're not messing up the audio quality, because even this far away I can still hear the electricity on them. Well, this might be the end of the lava features for this trip out here. Next stop, there's a place called Last Chance Opal Mine. It just popped up on the map whenever I was looking around this area, and I wanted to go check it out. I hope I can find it, because there's no like clear cut signs to it, and I don't have a map that shows it, but for some reason it showed up on Google Earth, and I just kind of marked the roads and wrote down directions. So I'm hoping I can find that, and I think that area, I'm hoping, has some cool sights as well, and I think that might be a good spot to have lunch as well. So I will bring you back in the next cool thing I find. All right, everybody, we are at sign down here. Warning, open pits. Well, here is the Last Chance Opal Mine. My last stop of today's adventure. This area is kind of cool. It's so much different, and we're not even that far away. I mean, you can see the fog's still here, which I wish it wasn't, because it looks like over here there's some pretty big hills, and it would be nice to start making some mental landmarks as I explore this area. But the fog is just keeping me from doing that. But I just saw this thing on the map and thought it'd be interesting to come take a look. Well, that's kind of interesting about this whole area that I came into. It's just, there's so much moss on these trees. I'll show you some right up here where I can get a closer shot. This area just, I don't know, it's not that far from where everything's like, looks like it never gets any rain. And right here, there's just so much more green. So let's go take a look. And it's just a big hole. I don't know how opal mining works. Well guys, that does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed some of the sites I was able to find and share with you all. I had a good time out here. I know Bones has enjoyed himself. He's all tuckered out already. And just heads up, I'm going to try and start bringing back more content to this channel. I'm not going to put a goal on. I'm not going to try to be like every week there's a new video or anything like that. Just going to try and not go a year without posting anything. Because I do enjoy it. I miss it. I miss your guys' comments. So anyways, thank you for watching, everybody. Next video, I've got a couple little pieces of gear that I've been waiting to test out. I've been hanging on to them for months for when I start making these videos again, so I can go out and show you guys, and I'm looking forward to that one. And then in the future, I'm going to try and do some more camp outs. I'm working on building up my vehicle to where I can do some kind of easier car camping type stuff, and not just focus so much on spending all my time setting up a camp and trying to get firewood. I'm just going to have a little bit more of a comfortable setup for some more explorations. And don't get me wrong, I still am going to do some bushcraft trips here and there. Just don't know when. I don't really have any set plan for what's next other than this little gear review that I want to try. Other than that, not real sure when my campouts or anything comes up, or if I just have more day trips. I have to go back and look at some maps and see if I can find some other stuff out in this area, because I really want to get more familiar with this area, because it is such a beautiful place. But I've never been here before. The first time I went to Derrick Cave was the first time I believe I was through this area, and I haven't been back since, which I did have a video of that, and I will link that video at the end here. So then if you guys want to check out Derrick Cave, which is also in that Devil's Garden area, you guys can see what it's like going through there. I do walk through all the way to the end. But oh yeah, so that does it for today. Thanks again for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. Comment if you have any questions or saw anything that you liked. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. It's a little rusty, wasn't it? We'll get better. We'll get it back.